What's up, YouTube? Tock here, Tock Moto Vlogs. Enjoying a nice Wednesday afternoon. It's been in the 80s all this week. Today, a little bit cooler. I don't know, like high 60s today. Still t-shirt weather. Just taking my behind across the state line. Gonna go hang out with my girlfriend and the kid. Had to run to the house first, clear off my GoPro, go pick it up. Rode my bike to work today. It was a nice day to ride. Did take my GoPro with me to work because I didn't have the room. Forgot to unpack my saddlebags. But got all that done. So it's a glorious, glorious day. Well, that's a bright ass helmet. Kind of cool though. Anyways, guys, just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who subscribed to me up until this point. I shot some footage the other day, which has yet to be uploaded, for my 50 subs. I know it's a small milestone, but it's my first milestone. My next one's 100 subs. Now, the 50 subs was as of Monday. And today being Wednesday, 2 days later, I'm up to 62 subs. So we're getting there. I promised I would keep on filming. So today, the other day was just a thank you for my 50 subs. Today's topic, it's one of those ones where it's kind of a touchy subject for some. Your interaction with folks who are on drugs. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to classify everything as a drug, from drinking all the way up to the hard stuff. The reason I bring this up is because watching an intervention video earlier today at work, and it got me thinking. I have pretty much been a drunk the majority of my adult life, but I don't think I ever had a problem with addiction. And the reason I said that, so I used to work for a local cable company. One day I did a little hop, skip, and jump over to Wendy's, and I got me a hamburger. Eating said hamburger, the second or third bite that I took kind of got lodged just above, those military vets, just above my stomach, right around where my xiphoid process is. That is the area between, right where your ribs meet, and there's a little triangle-shaped bone called a xiphoid process. Well, that's where it felt like it got lodged at. And it wasn't a choking matter, it just kind of got stuck. Like, I could feel it. It just didn't want to go all the way down. Well, it was enough of a scare. You know, the rest of the meal was very difficult for me to eat. So I went to the doctor. And I was like, hey, here's what's going on. I eat, and stuff gets kind of stuck. Right about, And the doctor was like, okay. So they took some x-rays, did an MRI, and actually did a sonogram to get a better look at it. Calls me up in there for a follow-up appointment a couple days later. I go up in there, and he said, okay, tell me if this hurts. And he took 2 fingers and he put it right below where my ribs meet, and he pushed in. And when he did, it took my breath away. And he pressed in a couple more spots, and the pain was excruciating. And he told me, he said, now look, he said, I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. You're a big boy. So here's what's going to need to happen. You're going to need to stop drinking. Don't slow down. Stop drinking. He said your pancreas and your liver are on the border of just giving up and quitting. So I was like, okay. I walked out of that doctor's office, and you know, I rode around town for a little bit, just kind of thinking to myself, and then I went home and I sent out a text message to all my friends and was like, you guys may not see me in the bars for a while. It was enough of a scare that I just quit cold turkey right there on the spot. That's why I don't feel I had a problem with addiction, because I was able to quit cold turkey. I don't know if it was just my willpower to quit cold turkey, or the scare itself made me do it. Now, this was a long time ago. It's been upwards of, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago? No, not quite that long. 8 or 10 years ago. So anyways, 2.5, almost 3 years later, I went back to the doctor, and he said, okay, he goes, things are looking good. He goes, please do not drink as much as you did. Now, to kind of circle back to let you know why he said I needed to stop, when he asked me how much I drank, I told him a good bit. He said, how many days a week do you drink? I said 7. He said, how much do you drink? I said, usually about 5 or 6 shots and 5 or 6 Long Islands and maybe a couple beers throughout the evening. And with that amount of alcohol, it just took its toll on me. Now, back in my teenage years, I used to hang around with a crowd that used to smoke weed. It wasn't my thing. You know, I don't really, me personally, while I know it's an illegal substance here in Georgia, I don't see it as a drug. As long as it does not affect a person's their personality, for more or less. You know, if you can smoke weed every day, function like a person, then I don't know that you're smoking weed because you can function as a human being, then cool deal, more power to you. But if you get up and you get stoned and you can't function, then I got a problem with you. Now, bumping up a little bit, cocaine, yeah, I've done it. Not in my proudest of moments. I didn't really enjoy it. It made me so goddamn paranoid I couldn't fucking stand it. But this was a long, long time ago. It wasn't for me. Now, the people that I know that are on cocaine, you couldn't tell. If I told you that they did it, you probably would not believe me. That's just the people I know. I don't know about you guys. Now, we go a little bit step higher here. Heroin and crystal meth. Now, I knew 2 people growing up that were on heroin, you could tell. They were just shot the fuck out. They could not function as human beings, sober or high. I've only known those 2 folks, and not really something they should be proud of to go tell their kids or anything. Now, crystal meth is on the rise real bad here. Watched a guy I know go from 265 pounds down to about 100. I think he's at about $1.50 right now. You know, 33, 34 years old, and just face all kinds of fucked up with acne. You know, scratch marks and all that kind of shit. That crystal meth is one of those ones where there's no social meth heads. I feel bad for those folks because I've seen some really beautiful people on the inside and out. You know, beautiful women, hot girls, just like fucking Skeletor after a year and a half of that shit. But it's not only the physical appearance, it also turns them into just fucking god-awful people, man. People that I consider friends. I could go over to their house right now and they'll greet me with open arms, look me dead in my face, invite me in for dinner, and know in their damn hearts that they fucking stole from me. And that shit pisses me off. Back in October, my garage got broke into. I have a 24 by 40, 22 gauge steel garage. And somebody fucking pulled a panel of the wall off and cut the locks off of the damn door and stole all of my tools. And I promise you, I had no less than about $70,000 worth of tools in there. The only thing that they didn't get is a fiberglass ladder and my big roll-around toolbox. That roll-around toolbox by itself is about $3,500. Now they fucking pried the shit out of one of the lock compartments in it and fucked that all up. And but they stole every damn tool that was in that building. You know, and these tools aren't just my tools. These were tools that were passed down to me by my father. You know, 3 chainsaws, opening, boxing wrenches, specialty tools, impact tools. Hell, I had a damn driver set. You know, I have 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, which most people do. I had a 1-inch socket set. And the smallest socket in the set was 1 1/4 inches. The biggest socket in there was a 4-inch socket. I would probably never fucking use those tools, but they were my dad's. And the thing that I try not to think about is that one of my friends got bad off on that shit and stole from me. Not only stole from me, but if you're a friend of mine and you've been to my house and you know what's in that garage, you know that that was my dad's shit. Hell, the inside of the fucking toolbox that they did steal, they stole the fucking one of the upper boxes. The box that they stole had my dad's fucking work badge taped to the damn inside lid. So you had to look at that before you closed it up and took my shit. That's what fucking meth does to you. I don't know anybody in their right mind that could defend that. You know what, man? You could defend fucking weed till you're blue in the face with me, and I'll probably fucking at the end of it be like, you know what, you're right. You aren't gonna take that much convincing with me. I don't do it. It's not for me, but I have no problem for people who do. Again, as long as it doesn't affect you and your personality. You want to do hard drugs? More power to you. You fucking do meth, I'm probably gonna keep my fucking distance from you. Because you can be the nicest person in the world, but if I find out you're doing fucking crystal meth, probably not a person I want to fucking hang out with. Because I'm always, no matter how nice you are, I'm always going to doubt your sincerity. I'm always going to think it's a fucking scam. I'm not going to trust you alone with my shit. It's just bad all fucking stuff. And another thing is, not just the thievery, what it does to people who are in loving relationships. You know, and they just, one day weed's not enough. Well, let's try this because it's so plentiful and cheap around here. Everybody's fucking dealing it. And they try it. And they get hooked on it. And, you know, they just end up fucking beating the ever-loving dog shit out of each other. Beating their kids and stuff. It's fucked up, man. You know, I try to do vlogs about fucking happy-go-lucky shit, but just here lately it's been adding up. Look at this. There's no fucking lines on this bridge. When it rains, you have no idea where you're supposed to be at. You just kind of guess where your lane is. I'll get a little bit darker over here. The Georgia side painted their side. Fucking South Carolina didn't do shit. Ooh. But yeah, man, this is gonna be a just say no to fucking drugs. And for the sake of the video, I said fucking weed was a drug and alcohol was a drug. But when I say this next part, like, you know, just say no to drugs, it's for the hard shit, man. You want to be a fucking pothead, go for it, man. Will I ever do it again? And let's say legalize it, no. I got a good job. I make good paper. And the last thing I want to do is fuck that up by failing a damn drug test. I'll stick to just being a damn drunk. Part about me drinking a lot and stopping for a long time. When I started back drinking, there's only a couple beers here and there. To this day, if I go to a bar, I'll drink 2 or 3 drinks. The only time I party fucking hard is when I know I don't have to drive, especially don't have to ride my motorcycle. But yeah, man, especially when you're on a motorcycle, you don't need to be impaired. When no fucking cocaine or heroin or anything like that, or fucking even being like completely DUI. Because the last thing you want to do is be responsible for hurting someone. I got this random fucking red light. Come on. Oh, they're from Texas. I'm gonna go ahead and blame Jake the Garden Snake and Tim Kreitz, because one of you guys apparently gave this motherfucker a pass to leave your state. Yeah, we'll go with that story. So, having given my lecture on drugs, and keep in mind, that's just my opinions. I would love to see some comments on how you guys feel about active drug use, alcohol, weed, hard drugs, you know, when you should do it, if you should do it at all, you know, what if it doesn't affect your work, anything that you guys could think of, man, any stories you guys have, just, you know, somebody got fucked up on some shit and did some really dumb stuff that, you know, they gotta live with. You know where you're going? Or are you sure you've been on this fucking planet before? Really curious as to what you guys have to say about it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here. I just want to say thanks for watching. If you stuck with me throughout all my my opinions and my stories and stuff, man, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed yourself, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys on the next video.
There are times when you get suckered in by drugs and alcohol and sex with women, okay? But it's when you do these things too much that you've become an addict and must get back in touch. You can do it, it's all up to you, Mkay. With a little plan, you can change your life today. You don't have to spend your life addicted to smack, homeless on the streets giving handjobs for crack. Follow my plan and very soon you will say, it's easy, Mkay.